Now we want to set up Firebase, and to set up Firebase we just Google Firebase in Google and click the first link, and you then come to this page and you definitely need a Google account. And when you got your account you can simply click this up here. It's in German for me, but for you it should be something like to console. Click on that and then you will be here at this page, and I made this English so you can follow along better. And we want to add a project. You can add some free projects, and I guess if you got 8 or 9 projects you need to pay for these, but the first for testing are free, so that's pretty nice. So you can just simply click add project. Then you need to give it a project name, our case Firebase, or maybe Flutter Firebase CRUD, and then you need to accept it, and locations, yeah, and click on create, and your project gets created. Then you just click on continue, and this is your dashboard. So important part for us right now is to get into our database right here under project overview. Click on database, and we can create a database here, Cloud Firestore, and we want to start a test mode. This gives us different privileges, how to read and write our database, and we use test mode because it's the easiest one for now. Click on enable, and then you get to your database. And Firebase is a so-called NoSQL database, and if you don't know what that means, it's basically SQL database is like a table where you store your data in. In our example, this is our app, so we've got a name, a description, a price for our different dishes or entries. So in an SQL database we would have a table with a name up here, a description, and a price, like that. And then we would have maybe our pizza with our name, description, and price, and a burger with name, description, and price, and so on. So we would have like a big table with our data, and in Firestore it's made out of documents. So you have like a collection, and to this collection you add different documents, and these documents have different entries. So in our case we would call this maybe dishes, like we would have called our table dishes, and then we would have our different documents which would be our different dishes. For example, pizza would be a document, and this pizza would have a name, a description, and a price, and we will build it out dishes next, and call this. Now we can make a document, and as I said, our documents are basically our dishes. Call it the document ID. I name pizza, but we can also make this auto, so it doesn't really matter. In our example we call this pizza, and this field call it name. These are the fields are basically what we have here, our name, description, price. So we would call this pizza. Here we can change the type. Next thing is description, also string, very nice. And the last one is the price. This is a double, so number in our case, and 80, and save it. And now it gets added to our collection. So this our collection dishes. Then you've got pizza as a document, and then you've got your different fields right here, and you can see how it's built up. So our next document would be our next dish, and it would have the exact same fields like name, description, and price, and so on and so on. So we will just have one collection in our case for our application, and a lot of different documents for our dishes. And this is how you can design your database. And in the next tutorials we will learn how to exit these different documents and our collection, and how to manipulate our fields.